to the renewable energy, water electrolysis is done, storage is done, and then it is dispensed. This will all happen in future, say by 2040, 2035. What we are trying to bring that is today through this small mini electrolyzer which we put onto the boot of the vehicle or next to any IC engine like the DG sets or any boiler where anybody is burning fossil fuel for that matter. So yes, it is a patented solution. We have done that on DG sets. As we speak over here, sets are running and this is a patented solution. It gives gas on demand. So when you need the fuel, it gets produced. So fuel is getting produced. Imagine petrol is getting produced at the place in your car. So you are producing a fuel through of course the most abundant available water, which is electrolyzed in limited form due to the power of the fuel, which is hydrogen, which is 3 times more than gasoline. It creates efficiency into the engine, and what it does the value is energy as well as the cost efficiency, because the running cost as well as the OPEX cost becomes very affordable to the customer, and he reduces the cost of complete ownership of the fuel as well as the vehicle which is running on. Of course, the ROIs are faster, the weight is less because this is a very compact. You don't use the boot space much of the vehicle, wherein the boot space can be used by any guy into luggage use. Our footprint is reduced by around 80%. So yes, the market is huge because we have around 400 million vehicles to 500 million vehicles running in India. 8 is down below, of course, you can have a view at it. It is tested by the regulatory MIDC cycle, wherein we got very good results in terms of emission as well as the fuel saving of 20%. On the right hand side is a big MNC company where we have put it on a 1.5 megawatt engine, which is one of the largest engines. It can be used for other application on ships and everything, where you see a huge saving onto the fuel as well as all the gases coming down drastically. To use it, so that's how we say this is one of the reasons. Social sustainability is one of the topics. So yes, what we are giving a solution to our driver is having his boot space, not running in the line of CNGs or any kind of a charging infrastructure wherein he has the fuel available on board, he can use it and he saves money for his family rather than spending it to burn it into a bad gas. Yes, so this is a similar way, of course, we have set it. If you can see the picture, yes, the boot space is very open and you can see it is a very small box because the combustion value is very high of hydrogen. So yes, it is affordable for the people, for the planet. It's new, novel now. And that's what, of course, the business model is. We touch the dealers first and then we go to the collaboration with OEMs, the car sellers. The B2C model which we have put it at the last, wherein first is, of course, doing it with an expert.
This platform. Who we are? We are Go With Mobility. It is a deep tech startup based out of Pune. And we have a combined experience for combined manufacturers. We talk to more than 25 auto manufacturers across different segments. And they said that there are 4 parameters which determine the EV cells, such as on-road range, performance, cost, and charging infrastructure. If they want to give a good range and a good performance, then the cost becomes unaffordable for the end user. And if they compromise on the performance and the range, the solution becomes affordable, but the solution again is not acceptable to the end user. So what to do? Give a high performance, high cost, or low performance and affordable solution. So this is the dilemma not only for the adapters but as well as EV manufacturers, to electrify or not to electrify. There comes Go EVX. It is India's first next-gen hybrid range extender solution. Here the user will charge the battery at home and drive the majority distance on the battery itself. And once the battery is discharged to a certain level, then the onboard range extender will kick in and it will charge the battery on the go as well as run the vehicle further. So you don't need to wait outside or find a charging station. The user will always come back home and charge the vehicle at home. What are the benefits? You get a long range, good performance similar to IC engines, minimum dependence on the charging infra, and more importantly, lower upfront costs. So our vehicles with the GoVX powertrain are 30% cheaper than existing EVs. The idea here is the user do not have to wait outside. The user will always come back home and charge the vehicle.
Sneak peek into the 3D model, the digital mock-up, and it shows you that it's an electric powertrain which comes with the range extender. I think we can move to the next.
And this is our running prototype. So we have tested this vehicle for more than 3,000 kilometers, and we are still working on the final version of it. So we plan to get the certification by the end of August and September.
So here you can see, as any other electric rickshaw, we have placed the battery under the seat. And as per the digital mock-up, you can also see at the back of the vehicle where we have integrated the range extender into a current vehicle.
ధన్యవాదాలు. May I request Mr. Manik? If you gentlemen put your hands together, let's welcome Honorable Minister of Infrastructure of Karnataka, Shri MB Patil.
Big OEMs, when you go and talk to them about integrate your solution, and why should they prefer your solution on top of what they are already building on?
Yeah. So actually, very right question. When we started our journey, couple of hybrid way, everyone was going pure electric by hybrids. But in the last 6 to 8 months, we are seeing hybrids emerging in a big way in overall, not only in Indian context but global context also. So initially, we are trying to target the mid-segment OEMs and a small segment OEMs or startups who need our support because they have a limited resources into R&D and technology support. So that is our initial target because big OEMs already have their own setup, they already have their own R&D team, as you rightly said. But once they see the use case of this and once they see that okay, this case or this solution can be used at a larger scale, then definitely they will reach out to us. So we want to be a demand market rather than a supply market. So that is how we are approaching it right now. But definitely, if someone comes to us with this idea.
What is happening currently is that people are seeing that the hybrid market is picking up. So what typically OEMs also like to do is if they can introduce another variant in addition to what they have, which no one has seen, which can give them potential to increase their market share, they are up for listening to us. So that's what currently we are seeing better traction than, as Saurabh said. Return on investment is anywhere between 3.5 to 4 years. Between that. So from an end user perspective, it is very easy. He just has to go into a retrofit shop. The turnaround time that we have calculated is about 4 hours, and he should have his vehicle done up. But for us, it's a whole new ballgame altogether. Finding the right dealers, training the people to do all the retrofits. Not only that, from a certification perspective as well, every vehicle on the road that is currently on the road has gone through a homologation process. And if we were to put our kits onto the vehicle, we would have to re-homologate them, which is typically called a type approval.
So ನಿಮ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಹೇಳಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 2 ಫೋಟೋ ಇದೆ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್ ಟು ದ ಜೂರಿ.